everybody, I'm Merisu the Art Sheep, and thank you so much for checking out this video. And today is the final Christmas gift for today, and it is a big one. It is also the only one that is not an original character owned by the person who this gift is addressed to, and that is Iru of Twitter and DeviantArt and Instagram. She has been a longtime follower of mine, pretty much follows me on all my platforms, and has supported me through commissions a lot, and so because of that I always like to give her something, and I usually do her characters Sabrina or Irene, and I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. I was like, I always do the same thing. I wanted to shake it up, so I actually tricked her into telling me who her favorite husbando was, and I actually wrote that post like at the beginning of December, and then when I actually got around to doing this gift, because I had to do the other ones first, and then by the time I got to this one, I forgot what she mentioned, so I had to go back and look and find the post that I made. I was just basically saying, hey, what's your favorite anime crush? This is mine. I think I posted a joke or something. I was just doing something in a rush, not giving much thought to it, because I had a feeling that she would answer, and she did, and she told me that it is Xiao from Genshin Impact. She also mentioned one other person, but I didn't choose to draw them because I thought it would be more funner to draw Xiao, and fun is definitely one word you could use for him. I could also equally use a nightmare. That would also be equally valid. Oh my goodness. Who signs off on these Genshin Impact designs? They are so detailed. But honestly, I'm not even that driven insane by it. Well, I mean, actually I was driven quite insane by it. But I'm not, like, sad about it, because in the end, I did it, I accomplished it, I'm very proud of it, especially considering the fact that this was my first time drawing this little goob, but it was so hard. Like, there were several times you could just see me scribbling, because I did not know what was what, I didn't know what to do. It didn't help the fact that the first drawing that I found of him, well, the first image I found of him, wasn't probably the best reference sheet. So I had to go looking for a better one, and that helped me clear things out a little bit more smoothly. But even still, it was hard trying to figure out what was what, because it was just like, why do you have so many things? I remember talking to it about my was my friend Lydia, and also my brother, and my brother's like, oh well, they can do that because it's 3D, and I'm like, I know it's 3D, but oh my goodness, there's so much. And I like I said, I am very proud of myself with this drawing, because it doesn't suck. And like I said, it's my first time ever drawing him. I think it would have turned out worse if it wasn't a chibi, because it was a chibi. I could still do things more relatively simple than compared to what it would be like if it wasn't chibi-fied. I think I would have had a lot more trouble if it wasn't. And also, I think another reason why I was able to do him so good on my first try was because I took a lot of do-overs. So I ended up redoing several things quite a bit. And in the end, like I said, it doesn't, I'm very proud. I don't usually pat myself on the back, but it felt like I was climbing Mount Everest. Like, it was a struggle, a real struggle. And then, finally, I got to the top, and I could look down at my work, and for once, I could be happy about it. And, yeah, that doesn't usually happen. Usually I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything right. This is not the way it turned out. This is not the way it was supposed to be. This is not how I envisioned it in my head, but yet, here we are. You can probably hear my dog drinking back of them. He's drinking water. I try to do these recordings of audio in a time where there will be quiet in my house, but the dogs are something that always stays. But like I said, a lot of details and a lot of fun, and I never want to draw a Genshin Impact character again. The game always looks fun to me, and I actually looked up his trailer and I'm like, oh, I actually think I would like this character too if I was playing the game. But I don't play gacha games. The one game that I played that was a mobile game, I know Genshin Impact isn't just mobile, but the one game that I played was Mirai Nikki? No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It wasn't Mirai Nikki. Love Nikki. Love Nikki. I did not play anything Mirai Nikki related. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I think I ended up spending like a total of $30 on that game, maybe 40 over the time. But I just got to the point where I just was getting bored of it and I didn't want to play it anymore. I'm just not the type for mobile games with in prices. And yes, I traced the staff. I did the mask myself and I was so proud of myself. But by the time I got to the staff, I was just like, I don't want to do this. I don't think I can do this. So I gave up and I traced the staff. But nothing else is traced. And I find that an achievement in itself. So forgive me for tracing the staff. Usually, I try to do everything myself, but I was running out of time. In fact, I was running out of so much time, I switched to painttoolsai. Why? Because after all these years, I still don't really know how to fully use clipstudiopaint's selection tool. I'm still bad at it, and since there was so much going on here, I just knew it would be faster if I did it in painttoolsai. And here's the thing, I was rusty at using painttoolsai because I haven't used it in like eons, so I definitely wasn't doing so good at it, but it was still way more faster than it would have been in clipstudiopaint, like infinitely more faster. I just realized I think I forgot his tattoo on his arm. I gotta do that. I gotta add that in there before I put this gift out on my social medias and give it to Aru. I really hope you like it, Aru. I put a lot of work into it, as you can see. I did it just because like I said, you've been a very faithful follower of mine, and it means so much to me. So I really wanted to give you something special this time, and I hope my hard work can really show, and I hope you like it. I did show it to my friend Lydia, and she showed it to a friend who loves Xiao, and they both said that it was really good. So that gives me more confidence. And drawing that mask was really fun, but it was really hard because it was like, oh my goodness, I want to get everything just right. And drawing the gloves, like the detail, like where that gem is, I was like, oh my goodness. And I even had to go back, as you can see, and I had to redo like the belts and stuff. I had to redo a lot of things. That's why I keep going back and forth between painttoolsai and clipstudiopaint. Also, I forgot to mention this, but in my Victoria Speedpaint, you'll notice that I went back from dark mode to light mode. I don't know why, I just like light mode better. A lot of people like dark mode, and I used to like dark mode for clipstudiopaint, but I just like light mode better now because I guess I can see everything a little bit better. For some reason, the brushes kind of just blend into the background, so I probably burned people's eyes because I was in dark mode for a bit, and then I ended up switching back to light mode. Also, painttoolsai is in light mode, so I want to keep everything looking as similar as possible, so that way I can get used to it. I even swapped the sides, because like the layers for painttoolsai used to be on the opposite side that it is now, but I switched it to the right side since that's what side it is on clipstudiopaint. So I made clipstudiopaint look a little bit more like painttoolsai, and then I made painttoolsai look a little bit more like clipstudiopaint. And like I said, doing the base coloring in painttoolsai just made this so much faster. Although, like I said, I had to go back and redo a few things with the line art, so I had to keep on copying and pasting the line art from painttoolsai to clipstudiopaint. Swap that, reverse it. But, the hair was, oh my goodness, I knew going into this character, he would be fun to color when I get to the hair, and it was an absolute treat. Like, the line art was a nightmare, and the base coloring was actually not quite as less of a nightmare. I thought, like, oh, the base coloring, that'll be easy. I was like, no, this is kind of a nightmare too. But when I got to the coloring, wow, it was just so much fun. And I knew it going in that this would be really fun to color, because there were just so many different textures that I could do, and I didn't have to worry too much because, like I said, Chibi, so everything glossy and smooth. But it was just so much fun working with all the colors. I love this color of turquoise. Even the things that I thought would be hard, like this shirt, I thought it would be a little bit more difficult, but no, in the end, I actually pulled it off. It actually looks nice, and I drew everything by hand. Like I said, outside of the staff, I didn't trace anything. And I was very, very proud of that fact, because I thought, okay, will I be able to make this look good? But in the end, I pulled it off. The only ever Genshin Impact character I've ever drawn is, I'm gonna mispronounce his name. I'm gonna mispronounce it to death. It is Tartgal Yul, I think. I don't know, I just call him Tart-chan. He's got orange, reddish hair. My friend Lydia absolutely loves him, so I drew him for her birthday one time. He was the only Genshin Impact character I've drawn until now, and he wasn't quite as detailed as him. I'm just, like, thinking now, though, it's like, hopefully they don't make Genshin Impact into a show, because if so, they're gonna have to streamline these designs a lot. Unless they do it, like, in 3D, like a Land of Lusters, which that would actually look cool. Like I said, I've always been interested in Genshin, but it just because of the type of game it is, I'm a broke sheep, and I don't do good with, like, mobile gacha games. I know my weaknesses. I know, I probably spend too much money, and I don't need that, so I'm just gonna stay away. Plus, I don't like games where you have to, I don't know how much you have to pay in Genshin Impact, I just know you do. My friends have told me you do, and, so I'm just like, nope, that's not for me. Not for me. I'd rather just buy a game and have it, and, you know, play it, but, I won't lie that I love the designs in Genshin Impact, and I do a little bit of perusing on the wiki once in a blue moon, because it does intrigue me, and I do love the designs, even though they're a nightmare to draw. I think it would be really fun to draw my characters in a style that's similar to Genshin Impact, like kind of draw them for each different corresponding nation. I think Misato would come from this nation that Xiao's from. Am I pronouncing his name? Is it Xiao or is it Zhao? I think it's Xiao, actually. I've been pronouncing it Zhao this entire time, but I think it's Xiao. I really get mixed up with the X's. The first time I attempted to record this audio, I said Xiao, and then I kind of stumbled a little bit because I wanted to say Lin afterwards for Shaolin Showdown. Which is a TV show I used to watch and love as a kid. And I still do, actually. Like, it's still actually pretty good. I remembered at last minute that I had to do that mark on his head. Luckily, I did not forget. Like, I actually did put a few things off to the end, and I did not forget them. So I'm happy with that. But I did forget the tattoo, so I didn't get a complete victory. So I gotta go back and do that. I also realized when I started coloring the line art, oh, there's still a few things that I forgot to color. Like the sash and the cord around his very detailed boots. And the gemstones on the things that hang down. I don't know the words for any of these. things and such. It's all a mystery to me. I don't think this cloud pattern is supposed to, like, actually on his outfit, because in the other illustrations that I saw, it's not there. But I just liked it, so I decided to mimic it. I've also noticed that there's some kind of glowy stuff that comes from his mask. I'm not sure if that's always there either, but again, I just kind of wanted to make this image look a little bit more interesting. I would say probably the one thing I wasn't satisfied with in this drawing is the background. I didn't know what to do. I made the background gold because I wanted him to pop, but I wanted to still coordinate with it. And then I kind of got these like Chinese like patterns, and I just put them there because I thought it would look nice. It doesn't look the best, but it's not really about the background. It's about him, and I think I did pretty good at him. And I hope you like it, Aru. I hope all of you guys like it. If you did, do all the YouTube things. If you didn't, thanks for watching this far anyway. I've got one more video coming out today, hopefully, but I'll determine. But anyway, that was the last gift that I had coming out today, and so until then, bye!